Last season, I actually referred to the Europa League as the Champions League baby sister. You know, it's played on Thursdays. Not many people actually tune in to watch the games because they actually forget the games are playing. But today, I want to review every single Europa League match that was played on Thursday, September the 20th. So let's get into these matches. I think there's actually 24 matches played. So we're going to run through each and every game. So let's do this. Okay, match day 1 of the 2018-19 Europa League. PAOK versus Chelsea, the team from Greece versus Chelsea. We all know who Chelsea is. And this match was played at the Tumba Stadium. That was actually a fortress for PAOK. And it seems like it's no longer a fortress for PAOK because Benfica went there and dismantled them. And now Chelsea go there and win 1-0 when Willian scored the only goal of the match in the 7th minute. They did pretty well to keep Chelsea at 1-0 though. So that's a great result for Chelsea, and that match was a Group L match. I'm not actually going to say it in order. I'm just going to go according to what's on my computer right now. So we're going to move on to Group J now. Akhisar versus FC Krasnodar. Akhisar, a team from Turkey. Krasnodar, a Russian team. Krasnodar defeats Akhisar 1-0 on the road. So for the next match, which was a Group H match, we had Marseille of France playing Eintracht Frankfurt, a team from Germany. Eintracht defeated Marseille 2-1 in a come-from-behind win. We had Lucas Ocampos scoring first for Marseille in the 3rd minute, but Lucas Toro scored in the 52nd minute to equalize for Eintracht, and then Jetro Willems got sent off for Eintracht, but with 10 men, Eintracht fought to score an 89th minute through Luka Jovic. Well, awesome job by Eintracht Frankfurt, the team who won the German DFB Pokal to actually qualify for this tournament. So they're continuing their great form. Pretty awesome. I say they're continuing their great form, but I don't know how they are playing in the Bundesliga right now though. I really don't know. So in the next game, which is a Group K match, we had Dynamo Kiev of Ukraine playing Astana, the champions of Kazakhstan. This match ended in a 2-2 draw with Viktor Tishankov scoring in the 11th minute and then Marin Anicic scoring the equalizer in the 21st minute for Astana. And then Denis Harmash put Kiev back in the lead in the 2nd minute of extra time in the first half, but the game wasn't over there. Astana kept fighting and Roman Murtayev scored an equalizer in the 5th minute of extra time to bag 1 point for the team from Kazakhstan. That's a very important point on the road. Really good stuff. Kiev, man, this team has been coming up short all season. They were actually in the Champions League playoff but failed to qualify. So for the next match, which is a Group L fixture, we had Videoton, the Hungarian champions, versus the Belarusian champions, BATE Borisov. This game ended in a 2-0 win for BATE Borisov, and Yassi Tuminen scored in the 27th minute and Igor Filipenko scored the other goal in the 85th minute. There was also a red card in this match when Alexander Filipovic got sent off in the 5th minute of extra time. So this is a big victory on the road for BATE over Vidi. These two teams are actually in the Champions League playoffs. So they're in the Europa League now and will be looking to actually win the thing. It will be awesome to see one of these smaller teams win the Europa League, man. For real, I'm really fed up with seeing the Man Uniteds, the Atletico Madrid, the Sevillas winning this thing. We need a small team, you know, to win it. We really need to see it. And then you could actually say the Europa League is a success. So for the next fixture, which is a Group J fixture, we had Sevilla defeating Standard Liège 5-1. As you guys should know, Sevilla is a Spanish team. Standard Liège is a team from Belgium. We had Ever Banega scoring the first goal of the match in the 8th minute. Then Musa Genepo equalized in the 39th minute. But in the 41st minute, Franco Vasquez put Sevilla back into the lead. They went into the halftime break 2-1. Guys, do you actually believe that? Sevilla came out really rampant in the second half. Wizen Ben Yedder scored the first goal in the second half in the 49th minute, and then he scored another in the 70th minute before Ever Banega dispatched a penalty in the 74th to give Sevilla an emphatic victory. This is where you belong, Ever Banega. I think he actually won a few Europa Leagues with this exact team. He went on stints with Atletico Madrid, I think, and also Inter Milan. I might be wrong about the Atletico I'm not too sure, but I know he won a few trophies with Sevilla. So guys, don't go nowhere. We have some more action from Group I. Besiktas, the team from Turkey, defeated Sarpsborg, the team from Norway, 3-1. All the goals are actually scored in the second half, and we had Ryan Babel scoring in the 51st minute for Besiktas. Then Enzo Rocco put Besiktas 2 goals up in the 69th minute, and then Jermaine Lens scored the third in the 82nd. Sarpsborg were able to bag a late consolation goal to Christopher Zachariasen in the 5th minute of extra time, but it was not enough to fuel a fight back for the Norwegian team, and they lost their opening match of this season's Europa League campaign on the road. So in the next Group I fixture, we had Genk of Belgium defeating Malmo of Sweden 2-0. We had goals from Leandro Trossard in the 37th minute and Mbwana Samata in the 71st. Really good win for Genk. Let's go, Genk. And in the next Group G fixture between Villarreal of Spain and Rangers of Scotland, Steven Gerrard's team bagged a very valuable point on the road when the match ended in a 2-2 draw. This was Gerrard's first ever Europa League match, first ever European match for his new team, Rangers. So guys, actually look out for Steven Gerrard coaching Liverpool in the future. In this match, Carlos Bacca scored in the 1st minute for Villarreal, so they started out really good. But Scott Arfield equalized in the 67th minute for Rangers. But 2 minutes later, Gerard Moreno put Villarreal back into the lead. But in the 76th minute, Kyle Lafferty scored an equalizer for Rangers. So I think Rangers would be the happier of the two teams at the end of this game. What do you guys think? I actually predicted Rangers to move on to the round of 32 as well, and some people actually laughed at me, you know, but we will see. In another Group G fixture, Rapid Vienna of Austria defeated Spartak Moscow 2-0. The first goal was scored in the 50th minute courtesy of an Artem Timofeyev own goal, and in the 60th minute, Thomas Merck scored a second goal to give the Austrian team the full 3 points. In a Group K fixture, we had Rennes of France playing Jablonec of the Czech Republic. Rennes defeated Jablonec 2-1. Ismail Assar scored the first goal for Rennes in the 31st minute, but Michael Travnik equalized for Jablonec in the 54th. The game had some late drama and Rennes was awarded a penalty. Hatem Ben Arfa stepped up to the spot to dispatch in the 1st minute of extra time to bag a full 3 points for the French team. I think Hatem Ben Arfa should have never went to PSG. He should have stayed at Nice or go to a team like Rennes. Like, he went to PSG and warmed the bench for 2 seasons or a season and a half. So good move, Ben Arfa. In the next Group H fixture, we had Lazio of Italy playing Apollon Limassol of Cyprus. The game ended 2-1 in favor of Lazio, with Luis Alberto scoring in the 14th minute and Ciro Immobile dispatching a penalty in the 84th. Apollon started a fight back and scored a goal in the 87th minute through Emilio Zelaya. But in the end, Lazio was the team that bagged the full 3 points at home. Guys, do you think Lazio got what it takes to lift the Europa League? Last season, I was actually backing them to do so, but they fell short. In a Group E fixture between Sporting CP of Portugal and Karabakh of Azerbaijan, Sporting defeat Karabakh 2-0. Rafael Baloli scored Sporting's first goal in the 54th minute, and Javan Cabral put the game to bed in the 88th minute to bag a full 3 points for the Portuguese team. Guys, do you think Sporting will get their act together and win a trophy this season, the Europa League? Just maybe? I wasn't actually backing Sporting to do anything this season, but it seems like, you know, they just might. So good luck to Sporting. In a Group B fixture between Celtic, the champions of Scotland, and Rosenborg, the champions of Norway, Celtic defeated Rosenborg in a match which ended 1-0, courtesy of an 87th minute goal by Leigh Griffiths. Why did Celtic have to leave it for so late? Only 10 more matches to go, guys. Only 10 more. It's a lot of games. In a Group C fixture, Slavia Praha, a team from the Czech Republic, defeated Bordeaux, a French team, 1-0. Jaromir Jmahal scored the game's only goal in the 35th minute to give the Czech team a full 3 points. In a Group E fixture between Arsenal of England and Volskla of Ukraine, Arsenal defeated the Ukrainian team 4-2. This should have been 4-0. Arsenal, what are you doing? You can't be letting in goals versus teams like Volskla. It should have been a clean sheet. Who agrees with me? If you agree with me, make sure you like this video, okay? The game's first goal came to Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in the 32nd minute, and then Danny Welbeck scored the second in the 48th. Aubameyang scored again in the 56th minute before Mesut Ozil made it 4-0 in the 74th. Voskla started a fight back when Chesnakov scored in the 76th minute. Sharpar scored another in the 4th minute of extra time, but it was too late and Arsenal run away with a very important 3 points. But guys, we all expected Arsenal to win this game, right? Nah, it could have went any which way. When it comes to Arsenal, anything could happen. But congrats on the big 3 points. In a Group D fixture between Spartak Trnava, the champions of Slovakia, and Anderlecht, a team from Belgium, the match ended in a shocking 1-0 win for Spartak Trnava. It's shocking for me because I actually expected Anderlecht to win this match. Guys, Anderlecht have been a team playing in the Champions League season after season, and to lose to Spartak Trnava, this is a new low for the Belgian team. For real. It's a new low. The game's only goal was scored by Matej Oravec in the 79th minute. Good start by Spartak Trnava, man. Really good start. This is the group which has Dinamo Zagreb and Fenerbahce. So Spartak Trnava, look out, man. The bad blue boys are coming for you. Remember, I told you so. We are coming. In the next fixture between Dudelange, a team from Luxembourg, and AC Milan, a team from Italy, as we should all know, AC Milan won this game as expected, 1-0 courtesy of a 59th minute by their new loanee, Gonzalo Higuain. So what if Dudelange actually won this match? It would have been really embarrassing for AC Milan, okay? We expect better things from this team. They beefed up their squad last season and they didn't do anything. They play in Europa League. They should have been in the Champions League. And, you know, a 1-0 win versus a team from Luxembourg, I still think it's poor. A win is a win, but they should have won by at least 4 goals. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. In a Group C fixture between Copenhagen of Denmark and Zenit of Russia, the game ended in a 1-1 draw. Both teams share 1 point. Robert Mack scored first for Zenit in the 43rd minute, but Piros Sitiriu scored an equalizer for Copenhagen in the 63rd, and the match ended just so. Both teams share 1 point, as I said earlier. This game must have been one boring match. Who saw the game? Let me know if it was boring or not in the comment section down below, because I only watched one Europa League game today and we will actually get to that match pretty soon. In a Group A match between AEK Larnaca of Cyprus and FC Zurich of Switzerland, the match ended in a 1-0 win for the Swiss team. The game's only goal came courtesy of a 61st minute penalty scored by Benjamin Kololi. Pamadou Jagne was sent off in the 84th minute for FC Zurich, but they held on for the 1-0 win. And the fact that this was a win on the road, congratulations. In another Group D match between Dinamo Zagreb, the champions of Croatia, and Fenerbahce, a team from Turkey, Dynamo prevailed in a 4-1 victory. Guys, that was an awesome game. I saw that match and I really enjoyed it. Whoever says Croatian football is boring, you need to watch a freaking match and you would be like, damn, that boy Dominic Rich told me so. These guys are so talented. Guys, Luka Modric came from Dinamo Zagreb. Remember that. Just remember that. I don't need to go into any more players. Luka Modric is a product of Dinamo Zagreb. And players like Ivan Šunjić, these guys are so freaking good. And I'm only saying Šunjić because, you know, he's from Croatia. Dani Olmo, the young Spaniard who could be called up for Croatia, oh my God, this guy is so talented. And these are 21-year-olds we're talking about. You know, Stojanovic at right back is good. Then we have Oršić over on the left. We have Gavranovic up top. And we have Izet Hajdovic, the Slovenian. Oh my goodness, this team is awesome, man. 4-1 victory at home versus Fenerbahce. This game could have went anyway, but Dynamo, they just held their poise and they just flattered the Turkish team. Ivan Šunić opened the scoring for Dynamo in the 16th minute. Then Izet Hajdović put Dynamo 2-0 up in the 27th. A little after the halftime break, Roman Neustädter scored from a corner routine to put Fenerbahce back into the match. But 10 minutes later, Izet Hajdović scored again, and 3 minutes later, Dani Olmo scored a fourth to put the game to bed for Dinamo Zagreb to pick up a big 3 points at home. This was some impressive stuff by Dynamo, and this puts them on top of the table in Group D. The next match will be away to Anderlecht, and I'm really looking forward for that one as well because I know we got what it takes to defeat Anderlecht. So for a Group A fixture between Ludogorets Razgrad of Bulgaria and Bayer Leverkusen, the team from Germany, the match ended in a 3-2 victory for Bayer Leverkusen. Like, wow, what a freaking game. Ludogorets scored first when Claudio Cesaru dispatched one in the 8th minute, and then they scored again in the 31st minute through Manuel da Costa. So that means that Bayer Leverkusen was 2-0 down in this game and had to come from behind for the win. Kai Havertz, the young German starlet, started the fight back for Bayer Leverkusen when he scored in the 38th minute. So the game went into the halftime break 2-1 in favor of Ludogorets. And in the 63rd minute, Isak Kiese Thelin, the Swedish forward, put Bayer Leverkusen back on level terms when he scored. And then Kai Havertz, the man who started the fight back, scored again in the 68th minute to bag 3 points for the German team. What a freaking comeback, man. 2 goals down, coming back to win 3-2. Bayer Leverkusen, man. Guys, could they win the Europa League this season? They are one of the contenders. Let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section down below. In a Group B fixture between RB Leipzig or Red Bull Leipzig of Germany and Red Bull Salzburg, the champions of Austria, the game ended in a 3-2 victory for the Austrian Red Bull team. Moanis Dabor scored first for Red Bull Salzburg in the 20th minute. Then Amadou Haidara scored 2 minutes later to give Red Bull Salzburg a 2-0 lead. The game went into the halftime break with Red Bull Salzburg 2-0 up, but in the 70th minute, Konrad Laimer started a fight back for RB Leipzig when he scored. Leipzig scored an equalizer in the 82nd minute through Yusuf Poulsen, but Fredrik Gulbrandsen scored the winner for Red Bull Salzburg in the 89th minute to break Leipzig heart. Big 3 points for Red Bull Salzburg, the team who did not make it to the Champions League because of that miraculous fight back by Crvena Zvezda. Let me give that one a clap again. Let me give it a clap because that was pretty awesome. That was pretty awesome. Who do you guys think will win the return leg between RB Leipzig and Red Bull Salzburg? Let me know your answer in the comment section down below. I think Red Bull Salzburg will continue to dominate RB Leipzig. That's just my opinion. And in the last match today, which is a Group F fixture between Olympiacos of Greece and Real Betis of Spain, the match ended in a 0-0 draw, the only scoreless match to date. Both teams share 1 point. Guys, at the end of this video, I'm so freaking exhausted. I'm wondering if I could actually do any more Europa League videos. I told you guys about the Europa League, man. This is why I never covered the Europa League in the past. Too many matches, too many teams. Like, I can't keep a track of what's going on. But I'm trying, man. I'm trying my hardest. You know, after we had football on the weekend, right? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and sometimes Monday games. Then Tuesday, we have Champions League. Wednesday, we have Champions League again. And you guys expect me to cover that. And then Thursday, the Europa League, and then I'm trying to cover it, but I hope it's worth it in the end. I really, you know, like to follow these competition, but guys, man, it takes up so much freaking time, and this is not me complaining. This is just me keeping it 100% freaking real. Okay? Is the Europa League worth it? I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. But I'm asking you, is it worth it, guys? What's the meaning of the Europa League? What's the meaning of the Champions League, guys? Do you think the Champions League should only have champions of Europe and then the Europa League may have like second place teams? Then you know what might end up happening? The Europa League might end up being a more exciting competition than the Champions League, but they have to find a way to inject some life into this competition. you know, not enough people are following the Europa League. That's just my opinion. I might not be right, but that's just my opinion. But guys, if you got to the end of this video and you're new around here, consider hitting the subscribe button. Also, smash the thumbs up button. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, which team you are rooting for. And until next time, peace out. Rich Squad. I'm rooting for Dinamo Zagreb. Of course, I'm wearing the shirt. But it doesn't mean if I'm wearing the shirt that I'm actually rooting for that team, because I might wear a different shirt in the future. I'm just saying that.